Hello, I am Ana Vargas, and I would like to talk about Reiki. Not Reiki as the energy healing technique that you may know. Of course, if you haven't heard about Reiki, I will just say the description that I always teach to my students. Reiki is a transmission of universal energy through the hands. But in fact, I would like to go a little bit more deep today. Reiki is when you receive unconditional love. It is a way of really connecting with yourself. Beyond everything that we may know about energy healing, I want to invite you to think about a space or a moment where you connect yourself with love. When you plug into the source of love that your body, your mind, and your heart needs. For me, Reiki goes beyond the healing world. Of course, I know, and this is how 22 years ago I started practicing, learning, and giving sessions. But since that time, my practice has been evolved. And more than my practice, my understanding about Reiki. At the beginning, I thought that I really needed to heal or to transform something or to fix something in myself. And now I realize that there's nothing that I need to fix. There are just things that I need to accept, to realize, or to embrace. And thanks to this Reiki, I allow myself to go back into me and to understand and feel what is really going on. Reiki is something that I practice every day since 20 years ago. I practice it in myself, and of course, I give sessions, I teach, I guide people into this path, but also the main part is for me is to do it to myself. Not only when I am not feeling well, not only because I want something to be manifested, but because I just want to have a moment with myself. Because I only want to experience how does it feel, a peaceful moment to recharge the battery. Of course, each time that you receive Reiki or you give Reiki to yourself is completely different. Nothing is exactly the same. No session is exactly the same. Sometimes you go really deep, you even fall asleep. And sometimes the mind is still like struggling to get relaxed. But it's just accepting. Today, my mind doesn't want to stop, but I am still going and connecting and receiving. I don't know where you are in your path, in your self-awareness path, but I always use emotions and sensations in our body to understand what is going on, what is really happening in my life in the present moment. I stopped going into the past, trying to find out where this is coming from, what was a mistake that I done, what my ancestors were doing, and I am only focusing my attention into what is happening in me in this moment. Of course, when I realize that there's an emotion that it's blocked, that maybe it's a sensation or even a physical symptom that I am experiencing, of course I dig a little bit more just to understand. But when, in terms of Reiki, I go there and recharge and fulfill that part, that sensation with love. Whenever you give also Reiki to someone, it's more about sharing that moment of peace and love together. When you become a Reiki practitioner, you are not responsible of the healing of the other person. You are responsible of being a pure channel, just to channel and transmit and to create a beautiful moment for the person that is receiving that. And I know that the more we practice this technique, the more our senses and our talents, they grow. But specifically Reiki, it's just for you to channel that love, that pure love and essence. It's not about giving any kind of message, guidance, or therapy. It's really only a moment to fulfill. If you are a giver, it is not about you. It is about the experience that the other person is living. But also, when you receive Reiki, when you learn Reiki, one of my first recommendations is do it because you want it. And first, sense if you connect with a practitioner that is going to give you the session or the teacher that is going to teach you. It is very important that you feel comfortable with the person. It is very important that you feel comfortable in the place where you are receiving that beautiful love. Not because someone went with this person and it had an amazing experience, it seems, or it means that for you it's going to be the same. You really need to feel if your energy, your personality connects with the person that it's going to give you that love. It's not about judging the person or the place. It's more about being guided by the sensation you have in your body whenever you are going to receive, to give, or to study Reiki. Follow that instinct. Follow that sensation that I am sure your body will show you. Sometimes the sensation, we miss it, and sometimes we feel, oh no, maybe this is too much. Okay, but it's not that because we are in danger or we don't feel comfortable with the person. It's more about the excitement that we are feeling, or the fear of not giving a correct session, or the fear of not receiving something properly. Just to let you know, no one could harm you with Reiki if you follow your intuition. And you can't harm anybody with Reiki if you are pure. Of course, if you practice. I don't know where you are, but whatever is your path, whatever is your state, just remember that if you receive, if you study, or if you practice Reiki for yourself and for others, every time that you connect with that energy, every time that you use your symbols to connect with that energy, is a moment of pure love for yourself. The more you practice, the more you receive, the more you will be activating that unconditional love into your body. And then the healing is happening. But don't put the mind, don't have any expectations around what is going on if I do this, what is going on if I studied it. Just go with an open heart for you to receive the love and the kindness that your body, your mind, your heart, and your whole being requires. This is my point of view about Reiki. This is my invitation for you to use and learn more about this technique if you are interested, on how you can use the Reiki technique not only as a connection with the universe and with the ancestors and with the angels, but a technique that it's bringing you down to earth, understanding how to fulfill yourself, to have the battery, the energy, and the clarity to live your daily life with humans, with kids, with colleagues, in the bus, everywhere. How to become a better person with yourself and with others by knowing you better, by nourishing you. Thank you so much for being here and hope to see you around. Just for today, don't forget to take care of yourself.